Howdy everybody, Big Yanklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore. And this day, it is May 29th, 2024. And this day is my 1 year anniversary of getting it together. I have been doing Carnivore without screwing up for 1 whole year. And that is a bit of a record for me, I guess. And I'm pretty excited. I could call this my carniversary, but that feels a little disingenuous, a little dishonest. I actually have been kind of on and off the carnivore wagon since 2019. So really it's more like 5 years. But this is the 1 year anniversary of me finally getting it together. And, for fun, I'm going to slide over to this side a little bit. And over here, I'm going to put videos from earlier this year so you can see the transformation. I'll put my big, stupid face on there. And you can see what my big, stupid face looks like now compared to then. And hopefully that'll be interesting. But yeah, I've been doing this for 1 whole year, and I wish I could really say what it was that finally helped me get it together. I'm not really totally sure. I guess the real big factor was when I decided, okay, I am going to measure this stuff. And I got myself a ketone / glucometer. Ketonometer? Do they have a name for that? A ketone monitor / glucometer. And I started checking and doing my Dr. Boz ratio. Oh, 1.8. That's better than I've had in a long time. And 75. And when you put those two numbers together, I got a Dr. Boz ratio of 41. So close to getting under 40, which is my goal. And that really helped me. I don't know what it was about it that helped me, but I think it was just having something to watch, something to measure, a goal to shoot for. I was trying to get down to a good Dr. Boz ratio. And I just kept checking every day and making sure that I was on the right track and quickly knowing if I wasn't. And that was really helpful. It's been now several months since the last time I checked my ketones. And I was doing fine. Once you get to a certain point, sometimes you can just let go the minutia. Once you're, just cruising along, then it's a lot easier to stick with it. And I got to that point to where I didn't feel like I needed it. And maybe, at any time I could go back. I still got it. Still got some testing strips. So if I ever feel like I need it to get back on track, well, I can grab it and use it. If I ever want to see what my Dr. Boz ratio is, it got to the point where it was pretty much the same every day. It would do certain things on days I was fasting and certain things on days that I wasn't. And it was always that same way. And unless I did something stupid, which sometimes I would do. Sometimes I would eat pork rinds or, eat something processed or do something stupid. And that would set me back. And using my glucometer / ketonometer would help me get back on track. And so, that's something that I recommend. If you're like me, I can't say that it's gonna work, but if you're like me and you need something to shoot for, like a goal, something that will motivate you, this might be something to try. I know some people who have said that it sounds like the opposite of motivation to them, just the annoyance of having to prick your finger every day and to check this every day and to work out the ratio and all that kind of stuff. Just annoying and stupid, and they would hate it. And yeah, if that's you, then don't do that, because that's not going to help.
but it helped for me, and so that's good. And yeah, it's been a fun journey, I'll have to say, working my way through this all this time. And, you know, I've learned a few things and I'm still learning. That's one of those things that I think is really interesting about carnivore, is that you will be learning stuff forever. Some things will work for you, some things won't. Some things will work for you now, and later they won't. Whereas the things that don't work for you now will work for you later. Stuff like that, you know. Um, I have suggestions for what I would say to people that they should do, but I don't know if they're going to work for them. It's the interesting thing is that we've all arrived here on a different train. We're all on a train, so we have that in similarity. But yeah, the train came from, you know, on a different track every time, and so, you know, it could be that, you know, our body is set to do one thing, whereas another person's body is set to do another thing because of the experiences in the past that we've had. And also, you've got your genetics behind that too, which I'm sure makes things vary somewhat as well. And so, a lot of things will work, and you just gotta try them sometimes and just see, you know, do what they call the N of one and see what it does. And there are some things that are pretty universal, like you say, ditch the carbs. Pretty universally, that's going to work. There's probably a few people out there that even that won't work for. Like the people who, there's that tick. I guess there's a tick that can bite you and make you allergic to meat. Oh my gosh, just the idea of that scares me. Oh, that would be the worst thing. I'd rather the tick just killed me. Because that's what would happen in the end anyway. It wouldn't be too long before it did. But yeah, for most people, ditch the carbs. 99.999%. Ditch the carbs and you're going to do better. You know, that's one thing. But a lot of people need different methods of doing that. And it's a long process sometimes. Like I said, I started this in 2019, actually. And you could say this is my 5-year carniversary because it was in May, I want to say May 23rd of 2019, that I started carnivore for the first time ever. And I did it all the way through December and lost about 65, 70 pounds and was feeling super good about myself. And then my dad passed away on me and I got really depressed and I was sad and I opened the door to cheating. And that's one thing that I would suggest. I wish I could go back and tell myself, no, don't do that. You will regret it. Because yeah, it's never worth opening the door to cheating. Once you open the door, it's open. You can't close it very easily. It opens real easy, but it sure is hard to close. So that's definitely a recommendation I have for anybody who is trying carnivore. Get on it and make it as pure as you can, I would say. I know a lot of people who want to stick with diet sodas and things like that. And, you know, you might get away with that for a while, but sooner or later you're going to have to get rid of those because they will impede your progress. Any sugar-free stuff and all that kind of stuff will impede your progress and may just eventually knock you off the wagon, I guess, knock you right back to where you started from. So watch out for those things. And that is what I'm celebrating. 1 year of not giving in to those kind of things. Before that, I was a frickin' addict to diet soda. I was going out and getting 2 or 3 or 4 of them every day. And that's a whole year in my past. And I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, today for fun, I celebrated and took a picture, an after picture of myself. So I suppose I can throw those up here in place of my fat face talking. And you can see, you know, the before and after pictures as well. This is what I used to look like versus what I look like now. And I don't know what the difference is because, you know, in the last couple of weeks, I made a change to my process and I stopped fasting. And in that change, I put on a fair amount of weight. I've gone up almost 20 pounds in that time, and it's freaking me out. I'm trying to get through it because I know that, you know, it's supposed to be a temporary thing, and then eventually even that will come back off. So hopefully that happens. But anyways, yeah, I put on about 20 pounds in the last couple of weeks. So this is not necessarily me at my lightest. I got all the way down to 200.6 pounds, which is 0.6 pounds away from Wonderland. This journey that I'm taking to Wonderland didn't quite make it. But I haven't quit. I'm just trying a new tactic, and I will get there. But these are the pictures of me after 1 year versus the pictures of me from before. And I think that there is a good difference. You know, it makes me happy to be able to look at myself and like to look at myself and recognize myself. You know what I mean? Like when I was young, I kind of looked like I do now. And then I got really fat and I would look at myself and not recognize, who the heck is that guy? See a video of myself and go, who's that fat guy? I don't know who that is. Oh, that's me? Oh gosh, is that what I look like? Because my mind was still trying to tell me that I was that same dude that I was in high school. And only recently have I finally started looking in the mirror and seeing that dude that I was in high school again. An older version of him, sadly. A much older version. But yeah, that's me. And I recognize myself and I can look at myself and I like to take pictures and I like the look of me. And I'm happy about that. And I think it makes me less stressed, less anxious about things, which probably helps in general for weight loss as well. Probably brings down my cortisol somewhat. So yeah, it's a good thing. But yeah, that's not really what it's all about per se. Yeah, I look better, but I still have many other benefits that came from doing this. My skin is in a lot better shape. My joints feel a lot better than they used to. My snoring has totally gone away. My, what do they call it? Sleep apnea that I had to use a machine for sleep apnea. I had a hose attached to my face and little things stuck up my nose all night long while I tried to sleep. And it wasn't comfortable. It sucked. But I got used to it. I did it for years. I don't do it anymore. I don't have to. It's not even necessary. I don't have the problem anymore. It's gone. My gosh, let me tell you that joy of not having to do that. I can even sleep on my back with no sleep apnea machine, and I'm not snoring, and I'm not mouth open all night long. Yeah, I can just lay there and sleep just like a human is supposed to. And, you know, leaving those things behind is so wonderful. My teeth are a lot better than they used to be. I used to get cavities way more frequently than I do now. Now I don't even worry about it. I just go and they look at them and say, yep, your teeth look fine. And they send me on my way. And yeah, I don't brush any better than I used to. But now I just don't eat the crap that rots my teeth anymore. Yeah, all that stuff. So many things have gotten better. Not everything's better yet. I'm not 100% there. Still haven't even made it to Wonderland, so that shouldn't be a surprise. And I still have a lot of weight to lose. I took this video while I was doing the videos. Yeah, that there's still plenty of chub on my stomach that I need to get rid of. And the good thing is, I'm going to get it. It'll be gone eventually. I'm not worried about it. I know that it's not going to stay forever. It's going to go. And I will get there. And I will lose that weight. And it'll be a good day. I'm really excited to see just what my body is like once it gets all the way there. Once I get to that stage where I'm at a good spot. I'm at stasis. My body is happy and it fixes its spot and it stays there and it takes care of itself and it fixes any problems that it has and it's happy. I'm interested to see just what that is, just how, like, what am I even supposed to weigh? I don't know. I made it to adulthood and then quickly gained a whole bunch of weight. And I don't know what I'm supposed to be as an adult male. Should I be 185? My guess is 185, but I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's where I'm supposed to be. Maybe I'm supposed to be 175. I know the BMI chart or whatever for my height says I should be between 145 and 190, something like that. It's a pretty big range. So I don't know. I don't know what's right. I wouldn't mind even being above that because that would probably mean that I'd be more buffed. And hey, I've been working on that too. In the last little while, I've been doing workout and it's been good. And I'm getting stronger. I don't know how long it's going to take before I start noticing a difference, but pretty soon I'll be able to flex for you and I don't know, that's not very impressive, but it'll be better. We'll see. But yeah, it's been a wonderful ride. It's been hard. Sometimes it's hard to, see all those treats that everybody else is eating, that I used to eat all the time, that I used to live for. That was all I cared about. Sometimes it's hard to turn my back on those. But it's always worth it. It's always worth it to turn back on it. And it's especially hard to be the only one. I'm the only one in my family that cares about this. And I hope that maybe someday my example will mean something to them and they might decide, hey, Dad's doing real well with this. Maybe I should do it too. Maybe I'll do real well with it. He keeps telling me, he's never stopped talking about it, about how it'll fix this and that and the other. Maybe I ought to give it a shot. Maybe that'll happen someday. It's been really hard to be the only one who does it. But it's worth it. I keep at it. And I'm going to be healthy and happy. And I don't know, I love my life right now. It's going well. Everything's going well. And so much of it is because of this. There have been a lot of advantages, of positives that came from Carnivore. One of the many things, I always introduce myself as podcaster, author, and carnivore. And the author part of that was sort of one of those things you say to encourage yourself. I've had a hard time really calling myself that. But that's one thing that I've been totally doing since I've been at this carnivore thing. I got myself writing every single day, more than 1,000 words every day I write. And it's because with carnivore, you get feeling really good. And it'll motivate you to do things to improve your life, to achieve your goals, to achieve your dreams. That's something that I've found every time that I've gotten on carnivore and stuck with it well in the last 5 years. I've been motivated, and I have worked on those kind of things. And that's one of the best parts about carnivore. It's really motivated me and made me make a good use of my time and use it wisely and use it towards the things that I've always wanted to do. So yeah, it's been a great ride, and Can't wait to see you guys here back again for the next video, my 2-year carniversary. That won't be the next video because I've got plenty, I'm sure, to come between now and then. But next time around, a year from now, I'll be back. And it'll be interesting to see what the before and after pictures are then. All right, we'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Big Anklevich on health.